So this is the trail that leads to the Lake of the Woods Trail in Killarney Provincial Park. And I've read that this is Killarney's newest trail, and it's one I haven't seen before, obviously. And it's a beautiful fall day. I had some friends do this trail a couple of weeks ago, and they thought it was pretty nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in the fall splendor. This orange shirt on the steel bar marked the trail entry. For some reason, the trail's welcome sign was installed several meters into the bush and cannot be seen from the parking lot. The trail starts on the opposite side of the road from where I parked. So the sign at the trailhead said it's a 3.5 kilometer loop trail, and they say it should take about 3 hours. I think we can do it quicker than that. Not that we're racing, but I think that's a pretty conservative estimate of time. Quite a tree canopy overhead, so we're not getting a lot of light through here. But trust me, it is a beautiful sunny day with hardly a cloud in the sky. The fall colors made the route interesting every step of the way, but then we came across this impressive wall of bedrock. That's kind of an interesting, looks like red granite wall. At this point, the trail became noticeably more rugged, requiring a little bit of scrambling to get up to the next level. Okay, so we gotta go left. That's this way, Mick. Yep, go that way. Good boy. Good boy. Keep going. There's times you just have to let go of that leash for his safety and mine, mostly mine. He'll be fine. This is my kind of trail. Lots of good forest and lots of open rock. And soon we arrived at one of those classic Killarney Park lookouts. And up we go. What a lake. That is beautiful. So this is Lake of the Woods in Killarney Provincial Park. I don't believe that's a campsite down on that peninsula, but if it was, that would be beautiful there. Not too shabby. Nice. So for anyone wanting to come out here, I should give you the heads up that there is no cell service, at least not on the network I'm on. I won't mention its name, but it rhymes with smell us. And it was about here that we stopped seeing any indicator of trail direction. Okay, bud, let's go. Yeah, you don't know where to go. I don't know either. Where's the trailblazes? Hey, did we lose our trailblaze? Why, I off it just for a sec. That was it. This rock cairn is the last sign I've seen of the trail. I'm looking for any sort of marker. And I'm not seeing one. Fortunately, my handy dandy watch GPS indicates a trail going this way. Yeah, I think we gotta go to the right. Let's try this way. Just not seeing any markers, which is kind of unusual because it's been very well identified up to now. There's a marker. Good job, good job. Attaboy. Yikes. We're definitely back on the trail, which is comforting. Again, this open rock, it looks like there's trails in different directions, so you have to be pretty careful not to get too carried away and follow the bare rock. Oh, look at that, Mick. There's Silver Peak. At 540 meters above sea level, Silver Peak is the highest point in the Cloche Range. That was a fun climb when we did that a few weeks ago. Paddled in through Bell Lake, make the hike up. Promptly got lost trying to find the actual peak, but we did. and it was worth it. Oh, careful. There you go. All right, so another look at Silver Peak. We're just going to continue on with the loop trail here. We had a little snack break. Both had some water. Should get us home. We're on the way back, getting close to the parking lot, and we came to a fork in the road, so to speak. And there's a boardwalk that leads to that, what I thought was a peninsula, but I think it's actually an island. And it's just too pretty over there to not have a closer look, so that's what we'll do. Haven't seen anyone on the trail all day, either direction. It's been wonderful. Nice to have a place to yourself every once in a while. So the hike on the southern side of Lake of the Woods, pretty scenic. There's no real viewpoints or lookouts to speak of, but the trees were quite large and the trail was pretty well maintained. There's a couple of spots you had to be careful about not wandering off the trail because it wasn't well marked, but like I said, for the most part, it was pretty straightforward. Wow. This lake looks as beautiful from here as it did from the top of that cliff. We're almost back at the parking lot. We just had to take a little detour and come and check out this peninsula. Easy to get to, there's a boardwalk built. And once you're on this, it's really beautiful. So for a 3.5 kilometer hike, it wasn't a big day, but it was a fun day. Gorgeous in here, eh? What do you think, buddy? You don't like to be on camera, do you? After a short hike to the parking lot, we decided to check out some more of the Killarney region. All right, we're officially in the Killarney Park campground. Just parked the vehicle, and Mick and I are on our second hike of the day. We're just going to go and check out part of the Cloche Silhouette Trail as it leaves the George Lake campground. Mostly I just want to see George Lake, beautiful lake, and we're going to do maybe a little pre-scout on the trail for future reference. The Cloche Silhouette Trail is a 78-kilometer loop that leads to some iconic Killarney locales such as Silver Peak, the Crack, and Topaz Lake. Beautiful George Lake. There are around 50 backcountry campsites, but permits are hard to come by during peak season. And drink? George Lake is the primary starting point for paddlers and hikers alike to venture into the park's interior. And there's certainly nothing wrong with spending a few days right here. As nice as this park is, we decided to spend the rest of our day at one of my favorite places, the shore of Georgian Bay. This is one of those places I have a constant desire to come back to. I feel it's right where I belong. So while I soak in this landscape and reminisce about my visits here to Georgian Bay, I think it's appropriate to play this song called Back to You, written by a friend of mine. Thanks for watching.
One more night out on the road. The yellow line seems so lonely and cold. Your eyes are the only stars I see in the sky. I'm wishing I was a bird, then I could spread my wings and fly. Back to you, back where I belong. Back to you, where my loneliness is gone. Back to you, back where I belong. Back to you, where my heart won't have to sing this song. These small towns all look the same, with the little welcome signs, only the names should go back to you and find back to you, back where I belong, back to you, where my loneliness is gone, back to you, back where I belong, back to you, where my heart won't have to sing this song. Changing, and this old heart